Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. Well, today is the 8th of May, 2023, and it is cloudy. It is windy. The wind's starting to pick up again, and it's a little bit on the cool side as compared to the last few days. So that was Jonah. So anyway, yeah, thank you all who joined me on the live yesterday. Thank you so very much for being there. Even if it was just 5 minutes, just to pop in and say, hi, how are you doing? I just popped in and I got to go right away, but perfect. I think that's awesome. I did actually get up to 16 people, and then I think some of them were just kind of people who saw it and then left or whatever. But I don't know. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I try. Okay, so what am I working on today? I'm working on Lotus Blossom again. And I'm right over here on this side over here, which is the right side. It's the left side facing you. Okay. So, yeah. So we're going to continue working there. And yes, where is my needle? There it is. Better get it. And somebody had asked me, I think it was Debbie, asked me this morning about signing, your cross stitch when it's finished. I'm a big promoter of that. Okay. And I will tell you the reason why. This is a work of art, okay? This is your art that you do in this medium, which is stitching. And you should sign it or initial it and date it, whatever. Because I have gone back and I have pictures here over the house. And if I didn't initial, well, I know it's me, but I'm just saying if I didn't add the date to it, then I wouldn't know where it was when it was done. Because you and I and probably everybody else, time gets away from us and we forget, right? So anyway, you can see on this one, if you weren't there yesterday on the live, you wouldn't have seen this. I did this. It's a Shannon Christine design. I got this 2020, I think, and I finally did it. And I would never do it on black again, I will tell you that. Never. I just thought it would make everything stand out, but I don't know. The red kind of is washed out. But anyway, you can see here that I initialed it and I put the date, the full date. Right? This is the year of our Confederation, which is 1867. That's when Canada became a country. Yeah, so I would do that, okay? You could put your whole name down here. I could have put Eva K. or E. Kunzelman, whatever it was, right? I could have done it. I've never done that. I always just initial and put the date. So I did on one where I put E. Kunzelman. But yeah. So that's what I do, okay? Because this is an absolute work of art, whatever it is, right? If you do diamond painting, at least, and you frame it or do whatever, put it on the back, right? That's the other thing. You can actually, but then paper is changed and torn and all that kind of stuff, right? Over the years. So that's what I do, you know. Now, in 100 years, will they know who EK is? No, but that's okay. The date is on there. And so then they know when it was that I finished it. And I always, as I'm getting closer to the end, I will decide, okay, where am I going to put it? Right? So I would say an absolute 100% yes. Because to me, it looks unfinished. It's almost as if you would have it that it was mass produced, right? And they just did it to sell it, right? But that's what I do, and that's what Juliet does. She didn't for the first few of hers before I met her. But once I got her into, once we became friends, I got her to start doing this. And it really is nice when people can look back and say, oh, yeah, you know, this is already 3 years old. 2 years old, sorry. 2 years old. And then yesterday I showed what lacing is. Okay, this is lacing. Now, here is a piece of sticky board. Then I put on the stickiness, and that's what I would recommend. You put a piece of flannelette or something between your cross stitch and the board. Okay, so I put a piece of flannelette. You can put felt. You can put anything along that line, right? You can put even stuffing if you'd like, as long as it's a thin layer, right? Don't have it bulky and bumpy and all that. No. But that's what I would do, because I would see them when I worked at Stitches in Time, or at A Stitch in Time, I think is what it was, in North Bay, Ontario, where I lived. And I worked there for a year. And I would see these come in about once a month, I would say. And people had done them. And they said, oh, I noticed this hole over here. Or I want to change it. It's become loose, or some such thing. Or there's creases in it, or whatever the case may be, right? And you go to take it off this board, and all the threads have leached. You go to pull it off even gently. A lot of threads get pulled out with it. It was just a mess. Just a mess. And like you could see actually on the sticky board, you could see the whole picture, especially if it was older, right? So, and I do lacing. So you just put it on like this. You get the two sides together. I made that a little bit looser, but yeah. And make sure you have enough of a border. And you can sew. Usually you go side to side first, and then up and down, because the side to side will hold it. But you have to keep checking to make sure that it's straight on here. So, alrighty, that's it. Let me put this on. So, yeah, Lily Bell got me up this morning. It was 4:30. So I got up. I felt horrible by 7 o'clock or quarter after 7. I had finished my prayers. And I couldn't take it anymore. So I got my, oh gosh, come on. I got my, the sleep mask. I bought one the other day at Dollarama. I think it was Dollarama. Maybe it was Dollar Tree. I don't remember. And I laid down on the sofa and I was out until 8:45. Yeah, I think it was 8:45. I had even forgotten to finish my pills and to eat breakfast. I didn't realize I hadn't had breakfast until I was taking the rest of my pills. And then I thought, oh, my tummy's a little upset. Why is that? So, yeah. So I made some of those cookies this morning. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago or whenever I made those cookies with the sweetened condensed milk? Oops. Keep forgetting that. So anyways, those ones were rather hard. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to do something a little bit different. So before I fell asleep, I was thinking, oh, I've got all these raspberries that I bought at Walmart the other day. And I was thinking, oh, that would be kind of nice. So I washed them off, and as I was making the dough, I put the raspberries in there. And yes, it did moisten it up, but I had to add more cornstarch. And they're good, but it was too much cornstarch. I gave some to Juliet. And, I mean, it's still good. Like, you can still taste the raspberries in there. It's a very good cookie. But, yes, indeed, there's too much. I got to find a happy medium, Because the first ones I made, they ended up being really big and very dry. So I'll find a way to do it. I will find a way to do it. Not a problem. Like, they're edible. They're good. But you can taste, they've got a little bit, But I kept adding cornstarch because it was way too moist. And that was not good. So, yeah. So after this video goes up, I think I'm going to make some Splenda chocolate chip cookies. Well, I'm not going to put chocolate chips in there. I'm going to put peanut butter chips in. Because I'm not really a fan of chocolate chip. But I do like the peanut butter chip. So I think I'm going to do that. So, yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I also got my dishes done. Juliet and we were talking, and so I did that. She was washing her dishes, so I thought, might as well go and wash mine. She just left. She brought me some more sweetened condensed milk, 2 cans, and then she I had to do my you know, you get about every 2 years or so you get to do this stool sample thing there. They're looking for blood and that kind of thing, and I must have been drunk or something. I don't drink, but I'm just saying. Punch drunk, we used to call it. But anyway, I must have been really out of it because the first one, I looked at it and I went to lift it, the front up, and I couldn't lift it up. So I thought, what the heck? I'm doing something wrong here. So I turned it around and I put the sample on the back. And yeah, I don't see there's any. I can't see there's any difference. So, but at least it's in. So she went to take it to the lab here this morning. So, do you guys do that where you are, that you get this screening for colon cancer? And I've always had it come back as okay, and that's good. So yeah, yesterday we had a lively discussion. It's really nice. Really, really nice. Yes, very nice. Oh, I was going to say, today is the first day in a week and a half that I have no migraine. None. None, none, none. I had a little bit of pressure this morning, but that disappeared. I think it was probably because of lack of sleep. So, yep. So, it was chilly this morning. I didn't put leggings on this morning, but I got cold when I was laying down. And so I thought, I better put some leggings on. So I did that. So, yeah. I don't have any socks on. But I just, and I am still cold. It's 16 degrees in here. I don't know what it is outside, but it's not supposed to get too warm, and they're calling for rain later and that, so. Yeah. I think it was Christina who ordered some stitching from Temu. And so she's going to post some pictures of what she got there on the Facebook group. Now, I went to look, and you have to read carefully because they will show, like, you think it's printed, right? But then you scroll through the pictures and that, and it shows a white cloth. Okay. So make sure that when you do order, now she said that they offered both printed and counted. And I can tell by the prices that these are counted. At least that's how I interpret it. Because some of them are like $6 or so. And I know that the counted are cheaper. So, yeah. But they don't have very much, I can tell you that. They do not have very much at all. Just be wary, because I know that's why, you know, like at the start when they were doing this, they were saying printed, but they meant that there was a pattern there, right? Not printed on the cloth. And then they started putting it, I guess people were complaining. And some of the companies would do it that it was printed, and then others still didn't. And now I think most of them, but I still look. I know Joy Sunday has it. And I know if you go to like VIP Cross Stitch or One Day Saving, I guess some of the others, right? They will have it listed, printed. You know, they'll have it either pre-printed, printed, or they will say counted, or white cloth. But if you're not familiar, if you are really unsure, If you're unsure of what it is it one way or the other, ask somebody in the group. And I'm sure that they will go and look, and they will tell you and probably provide you the link for it. And then that way you're doubly sure. You know. But I mean, if you're used to buying them and that. But I know even Natalia and Laura were still getting some that they had ordered what they thought was printed and turned out to be counted. And a lot of times you can tell on the price. So you'll go there and it will be, say, $6.86 for the pattern over here. And then you look a little bit farther down and it's $12.96. These are just arbitrary numbers. And you wonder, oh, well, this one's cheaper. Maybe I should get this one. Only to find out that the one that is cheaper is white fabric. It's counted. Okay. So it doesn't matter what store you go to. You make sure. So I'm enjoying working on this. I still have Fairy Tale Hut out, but I think I'm going to put that away. Because now I'm working on this. I was getting a little tired of it. So I knew it was coming to an end. I just couldn't work on it anymore. And it's always good to kind of change up because you do get tired of it, especially if you get into like here, right? And you've got a lot of symbols and everything else. So you are better off to, you know, say like I've been working here and then I've got all this, the yellow and the blue finished. Yes. Was worried for a second. Because I was thinking, oh, this is black. No, it's not. It is 939. So yes, it's further down. So yeah. So I've got these cookies, so I'm going to freeze them. Because it's always nice when I don't feel like, today I feel like baking. But I may not feel like baking for several months. So it's kind of nice that I have them. And I've got them in the freezer. And I can, you know, if I've got company or something, or like the other day on Saturday, I guess it was, I gave it some cookies. So yeah. And no, Derek didn't come over yesterday to put the chains on. Original Rosie and my Rosie. So yeah. Oh, got hair on my nose. This morning, well, for the last few mornings there, I go to bring put Lilybell out and bring the cats in, right? And Jonah was there. He was in the little hut that I've got there. And, but Sydney wasn't anywhere around, and I called him and called him and called him and called him. There was nothing, and then I went and went to the bathroom and that, and then I went back to bring Lilybell back in, and I called and called and called, and there he was. I don't know where he's gallivanting off to now. But he comes back, and he knows where his food is. So, which is good, because then he's outside. He's not using the litter box. I really have to go and empty out the litter box, like totally empty it out. So I will need to do that. Because it has not been totally 100% cleaned out. Like where I've changed the whole litter. Since last fall. All I do is scoop, add some litter after a while, and put some deodorizer in it. And the best litter, the deodorizer that I found is, it's in a bottle, like about this big, and it's either Fresh Step or One Step, something like that. It's in a blue bottle, and these are blue crystals, and I get them at Dollarama. And I think they're $3.25 each now. Can't remember. But they are much better than the baking soda. I mean, that does help, but I like the crystal one better. It seems to have a different construction, and it gets in there, and it, like, eventually it just kind of melts or whatever. And so when I go to Dollarama, I usually get like six of these containers. So I was thinking of making some gnomes. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, because I've been thinking about it. I want to make a Canada Day one. And, you know, maybe one there for spring and that. I will take a picture of my tier tray that I did up, I think it was yesterday. And the only thing is, I don't have spring stuff. All I have are like with honeybees and sunflowers and that kind of thing. That's all I've got. Like stuff for more like August. But I thought, well, you know what? It looks pretty good there. So I'm happy with it. But I want to do something where I have more, you know, for spring and summer and fall and winter. Or Christmas, right? I want to make some Christmas gnomes. Now, I won't show you them right away because I'm still learning. I got to watch the videos again on how to, you know, make them from plastic bottles. And they're fairly easy. Because then once I know how to make them, then I'm just going to make them and instead of buying them, because I've got all these plastic bottles. Like I got really tall ones there, the Starbucks creamer there. I've got the really tall ones. I've got a few of those fat ones, you know, with the neck. I can't remember the brand. Starts with C. CA or something. Can't remember. And then I've got some of the smaller ones, like with the from the Fresh Step or whatever it is. So, yeah. So I think I'm going to try that maybe tomorrow. Because I'm feeling so much better. Oh my gosh, yes. Finally. Finally, finally, finally. Now, did it go away on its own, or did the lidocaine help? I don't know. I don't know. So, please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. There's a dedicated Facebook group, Stitching in the Interlake. You just need to answer one question. Who are two of my 3 sidekicks? And then there's the dedicated, the Facebook group, Stitching in the Interlake. And my dedicated email address is stitchingintheinterlake@gmail.com. And that's for private questions or if you would like to do a collaboration. And it's raining. So, yeah, but we all knew that. So, all right, everybody, I guess that's it. I'm just going to continue here, but I'm going to make some cookies there, peanut butter chip cookies, and see how good I get with those ones. It'll be my first time using the Splenda for making them, so let's hope. All right, everybody, so may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so do I. And so does Miss Twinkle Tozer's elf, Miss Lilybell. And Jonah, he's right there beside her. And Sydney, I don't know where he's hiding. He's either on the bed or over in the pantry sleeping. So, yeah. So, I guess that's it. Please tune in tomorrow. Wednesday, I have an appointment from 9 till 9:30, and then I'll do my video after that. And that's where I find out more about this Ajovy. So, yeah. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you here tomorrow. Thank you, Jesus, for being my Lord and Savior. Thank you for saving me from my sins. Thank you for being there in my darkest and deepest moments. Thank you for loving me like you do. Thank you for caring enough to die on the cross for me so that my sins may be forgiven. And that's a prayer I pray for all of you as well. All right, everybody, have a fantastic day, and we will see you here tomorrow, God willing, of course. Toodle-oodles, everybody.